long run. To get back a little bit to the fostering, what are the challenges that you have experienced? I mean, I know it's been a relatively short period of time, but what are the challenges that you faced?
I mean, so far it's been a very exciting journey. I would say my only challenge really is in finding homes for them. I mean, I've had a lot of people say to me, okay, so you're fostering these cats, these kittens. What happens if you don't find them a home? And well, I guess that kind of speaks for itself with me. That's how I ended up with 6, for a prolonged period of time, if I can't seem to find a home, I do make the decision, to just adopt. I would say that that's my only challenge, really, that it takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, a lot of dedication, in finding the right home for a cat or kitten.
So you are fortunate, unlike some others, including myself, at some points in time to have a husband who thinks the same way as you about animals and is not overcome by fear or grief when another cat comes into the home. Tell me a little bit about his relationship with animals, if you can.
Sure, of course. So Jabari, my husband, he's always had a love for animals as well, particularly dogs, not so much the cats, which is funny. It's a funny story because just in me asking to begin fostering cats and kittens, and say, hey, can I foster this one? It won't be for a long time. And, he's all for it. He says, yes, of course, anything that makes you happy. So, started with one foster. He would assist me with finding the homes for them. And slowly but surely, Jabari actually started falling in love with these cats and these kittens. Sometimes I feel a bit more than I love and care for them. And to be honest, it was his decision to adopt the first foster we had that we had challenges finding a home for.
Aww.
He said, no, we're not finding a home for her anymore. We're just going to adopt her. And I thought he was joking, to be honest. And it was when someone actually reached out to me, for the screening process to see if they were the right fit for her. Bodhi is her name. And he looked at me and he said, no, what are you doing? I told you we're keeping her. And I said, oh, you're serious about this? He says, yes. And since then, he loves and cares for them equally. Everyone that we bring into this apartment, he takes the time to get to know them, play with them, give them that love that they need and they deserve. So I'd say he's been extremely supportive with the fostering of the cats and, adopting them as well. So yes, I've been grateful to have that support.
That is so important, the family support. And I don't want to bad talk my husband, but he hasn't grown up with animals, so he's a little squeamish. But that all changes when they arrive here. That's the thing, as soon as they come and they show their personality, and he gets attached. And now he is making my 2-year-old cat into a mampy because he's always giving her snacks.
Oh my gosh. Oh yes, I have that same issue. I don't know. I would give them their food, the bowls would be empty, everything. And this is at night, and before we go to bed, he'll say, let me give Bodhi a little more, or I'll see him giving this one a little extra more, a little treat. And I'm like, but they ate already, and he's like, oh gosh, it's the eyes, the little look, the meow, he can't help himself. And I'm forever grateful for that,
Yes. I have the same problem. Whenever he's in the kitchen and Coco comes up and gives him the eyes, and he has actually trained her now. He will stick out his foot and she'll give him a bounce, and that is their signal. She's like, okay, yes, I want snacks, and she gets her snacks. So it's really amazing.
That's such a nice bond between them.
So as we wrap up, is there anything else that you want to share in terms of what you would like people to know about your experience and how it benefits you personally, your family, and the entire society?
I just want to say, if you have the time, the funds, the room in your place, fostering, I know my journey has been, short, not as long as others. But, really consider fostering an animal in need. It can be a very rewarding experience. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it in my life, with my husband. And it's a good thing we're doing for the community as well. I mean, by taking in these fosters, of course, there's, a lot of different things you need to ensure, like spaying and the neutering of the cats, all of this. I mean, I always stress on the importance of spaying and neutering. I mean, we have a cat overpopulation crisis here. And, just by doing these little things, we gradually are making a difference. We still have a long way to go, but every little bit counts. I try to encourage others as well to get into the fostering. I know it can seem a little iffy, a little scary at the beginning, but take it from me, it is a rewarding experience. You gain so much from being around these animals. I mean, they have helped me, mentally, emotionally, especially during this pandemic. When you kind of tend to slip in, I want to say lightly, like a depression, or, you feel alone. I mean, these are companions, they show us a lot of love, unconditional love. They're very loyal animals, and just being around them, you can feel and you will notice the difference in your life. So I think that's it. I just want to say to everyone, please, if you can foster, not to sound cliche, but fostering does save lives. So please go out and foster if you can.
Thank you so much, Amanda. This was lovely talking to you. And feel free to hit me up if you ever need a listening ear or a message that you want to send out to the world.
Absolutely. Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate you for having me here today. And, I look forward to many more of your podcasts.
So that was Amanda Ahloy, a recent addition to the foster mom community, but it seems like she's struck up a great relationship with the TTSPCA and is enjoying the foster journey to the fullest. If you're interested in fostering, please reach out to any of the shelters, including the TTSPCA, to find out how. My commentary this week about neglect and cruelty to animals. I really don't have enough time to express everything that I want to say on this, but it is exhausting to hear or to read about the incidents that people come across every day. What is more infuriating is the response from police who are meant to enforce the law. I, and I'm sure many of you who saw the video, was horrified by the case in Tobago of a dog being viciously chopped and left to die. Thankfully, his anguished cries as he lay paralyzed in the bush with maggots eating at the wound were heard by Elspeth Duncan, who got him to a vet to be humanely euthanized. And what was the response of the police when Elspeth went to the station to report it? Disinterest, derision, and disdain. And then there's another side of the spectrum. Listen to this story from Sally about the horror she endured with her neighbors and the response from police.
These people next door to me moved in around 2017. I live in here about 15 years already when they moved in. And apparently they don't like animals. When Stitch was alive, I believe they poisoned him. Because this dog was healthy and running, and bam, all of a sudden, he just taking, he got sick. I found meat in the backyard already, so it obvious to throw meat for my dog to eat, and the meat could have been poisoned. And at that point, as every evening I reach home, I have to open the back gate for them to go and run in the back and play and do what they want. So when I realized what's going on, I stopped opening the gate and keeping them inside. But since the beginning of January, I realized something fishy. The camera I have wasn't focused properly to see exactly what they're doing near my wall. The man had a big orange thing in his hand. I thought he testing the grass or checking the meter or something near the grass near the wall. This time he pepper sprayed my dog.
Oh my God.
He would stand up by the wall and make a noise to aggravate the dog, so they would come and bark at him near the wall. And through the fence, this man pepper sprayed my dog.
Oh my God.
But I didn't realize it. It's when I got the camera people to come and refocus all the cameras, and I catch him. And a big man and husband and wife, both of them working NGC. I've been through a lot with them already. They fell things on my wall, eggs on the wall of my house. Dig out all kind of dirt, throw it over bread, all kind of wickedness. But my dog doing it for my dog. That's my chance, doing it for them.
How did that affect the dogs?
You know, he sat up and watched the dogs and them in discomfort because they will move away and start shaking their head and taking the hand and trying to wipe their face. And that amused them, you know. That amused both of them, husband and wife. It was funny for them. I went to the police station. They did absolutely nothing. I have the 2 police reports. The first one was when I actually catched them on the cameras, 2nd of March 2020. Second one was 11th of April 2020. But on that day, I couldn't take it no more. I take off in the tail. My dogs in my yard. They're not in your yard. You pepper spray my dogs through the fence. Today, I haven't had no feedback from them. And on top of it, I did the online police report in the house as well.
Yes, so did I.
Right, and still nothing. We have jokers for police in this country.
I have to agree because I used the app, sent the pictures and the video that I had, and at the end of it, all they told me is I need to go to the police station. So what is the point of the app?
Exactly.
Enough with the old talk and mama guy from politicians about how much they care about animals. It's time they are all held to account for the lack of action on these and countless other acts of cruelty to animals in Trinidad and Tobago. So every week, I ask my guest to describe an animal in need of foster or adoption and feature its picture on the Animalia socials and website. This week, we have a lovely female cat looking for a forever home, so here's Amanda's Rescue Me.
Indeed, I do. So I'll be talking a little bit about May. She's a very gentle and sweet cat. She actually came into the TSPCA shelter back in May. I'm pretty sure that's where she got her name from. She's about a year old. Very loving and calm. You know, she has been spayed. She's received all of her vaccines. So if you are interested in adopting May, so please let us know. And I think just to tie this in too, if I may, that TSPCA, they have a special that's going on for the month of October. When you adopt a cat that's 7 months or older, your adoption contribution of just $100 includes the spay or neuter of the cat, all vaccines, as well as a collar and a tag. Yes, if you're interested in May, please reach out.
And that's episode 10 of Animalia. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new about fostering and how rewarding it can be. We hope you were also enraged by some of the wanton acts of cruelty that abound and are ready to take action. Please contact me if you're interested in contributing to a solution. Remember that a new episode drops every Friday, and you can find the link on our socials, Animalia the Pod, on Facebook and Instagram, and now on our website at animaliathepod.weebly.com. If you like what you hear and want to appear on the podcast, shoot me an email at animaliathepod@gmail.com or message me on the back end of the socials. Thanks again to Amanda Ahloy, the Kitty Whiskerer, and to Sally for sharing her story, and thank you for listening. I'm Natasha, and until next time, take good care, and please remember, no act of kindness is ever wasted on an animal. Bye-bye.